Welcome to this video. Today we are doing another antivirus test, and today we will be testing Kaspersky. And the test we will be doing is I will be sending an infected email to myself, and then I will scan my emails with Kaspersky to see if it does or does not pick up the infected email. Now before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and do an update. And you'll always want to do this with any antivirus or anti-malware program to make sure that the definitions are up to date so it can identify the most recent threats. And while it's doing that, I do also want to mention, like I've mentioned several times in these videos, the best antivirus program out there is you, the user. Do not depend fully on any program to protect you. You need to educate yourself to stay protected. With that being said, however, it does help to have a good antivirus program. And Kaspersky is often one of the highest rated or ranking or reviewed antivirus programs that are available. We're going to go ahead and click the back button here, and we'll go ahead and run the scan on my emails, and we'll be back with the results. Kaspersky has finished scanning my emails, and it looks like it has detected some infections here. We're going to go ahead and click on them. And we can see right here what it was that that Kaspersky detected, and we're going to go ahead and resolve all three of these. Now Kaspersky has removed all of the threats. It took a few minutes, but I do also want to note that before I ran the scan, I went down here into the settings and went to scan, and I set it to high. The default setting is the middle one, the recommended setting. So just wanted to make sure that I made that note. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to remove Kaspersky, restart the computer, install a different antivirus scan, and we will run that one to see if it finds anything else. After restarting the computer, I installed Panda and ran another scan on my email, and it came back negative. And so it looks like Kaspersky did find and remove everything, which is not really that surprising because Kaspersky routinely scores high in most reviews year after year after year. So that wasn't a huge surprise. Part of the reason I like to run this test is because infected emails are a common way for cybercriminals and hackers to gain access to a computer or to launch an attack. And so while I've already mentioned that you, the user, are the best antivirus on the planet, it is nice to have a good antivirus that can help detect these infected emails. In addition, there has been some media on Kaspersky about whether or not the Russian government has asked them to allow some sort of backdoor into their software, which would allow the Russian government to spy or launch attacks of some kind. For those of you who do not know, Kaspersky is based in Russia, and so whether or not they do or do not do that, I don't know. All I know is that Kaspersky has been around for many years. They routinely score high. If it's a concern of yours whether or not you think the Russian government is involved in Kaspersky, you could always use a different service. But I'd also like to point out that at the end of the day, our own US government probably does more spying on us than the Russian government does. I don't know that for sure, but there's a good possibility of that.